We begin with Memorial Day travel. A record number of people are on the move this morning. Transportation correspondent Gio Benitez is at Newark Airport with an outlook on the trip home. Gio, good morning.
Hey, good morning. Happy Memorial Day to you and so many of our viewers. And with so many cancellations over the weekend, it's actually looking pretty smooth this morning here. So that's some good news. But keep in mind, it's going to be very, very busy with so many Americans hitting the road and hitting the skies. So take a look right now at what we saw over the weekend, because we saw these security lines at airports across the country that were just packed. It was yet another record travel weekend, as you mentioned. TSA says it will screen more than 18 million people between last Thursday and this Wednesday, kicking off a busy summer, as you can imagine. According to AAA, the top 5 domestic destinations this weekend: Orlando, Seattle, New York, Vegas, and Miami. So if you're headed to any of those airports in those cities, leave plenty of time to get through security just in case, Whit.
Okay, so Gio, how are things looking on the roads out there?
So, Whit, as we see in so many of these holidays, it's actually busiest on the roads. In fact, more than 39 million people are expected to hit the road, and that is actually a record for Memorial Day. So many, many people will be on the roads, of course. So let's take a look at some of the best times to hit the roads, because the folks over at INRIX, they actually give us this estimate. They say that you should hit the road before 10 this morning to avoid the worst traffic. If you're on the road between noon and 5, though, okay, remember that, noon and 5, expect plenty of company there. It's going to be among the busiest periods of the entire weekend, Whit.
All right, Gio, thanks so much.
All right, so in addition to the traffic that you just heard from Gio, travelers hitting road this Memorial Day weekend are also dealing with very high gas prices. Elizabeth Schulze is here with more, including how to save money on your ride home. Good morning, Elizabeth.
Something we all want to know. Good morning to all of you, because right now this is the most expensive Memorial Day to fill up in 4 years. We are seeing oil prices dip a little bit this morning on optimism there will be a deal to end the Iran war. But right now, that national average still about 50 cents away from its all-time high of $5 a gallon. According to Gas Buddy, drivers in at least 14 states, you can see them there on your screen, are facing new record gas prices for Memorial Day. They're surpassing the highs set back in 2022. And collectively, Americans are paying $2 billion more on gas this holiday weekend compared to last year. And you really do see this when you look at the cost to fill up a midsize SUV like a Toyota Highlander. It is now $80. That's $25 more than last year. A pickup truck like a Ford F-250 that runs on diesel, now $190 to fill up. That is more than 70 extra. So no surprise here. We are seeing drivers scale back. Walmart, for example, says that its customers are now filling up with 10 gallons or less when they go to fill up now.
Yeah, everyone's feeling the pinch. Okay, so a lot of people are going to be making their way back home after today. So what can people do to save?
So check those price tracking apps to see if there are lower prices in the town next to you or even the neighboring state. So for example, Indiana suspended its state gas